This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cage Side Press, and I'm here with the PFL's newest signee, the middleweight, who will be a light heavyweight next year, Derek Brunson, taking on Ray Cooper at the championship card on November 24th. Derek, just about a month out from the fight. How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better than ever. Um, I've been putting a lot of emphasis and a lot of focus on this new signing, and I'm ready to get out there and showcase my skills.
I wanted to ask about that because you've obviously were in UFC for quite a bit of time. Now going to the PFL, does it feel like you're like a kid going to a new school? Does it feel exactly the same? How would you describe it?
It feels like that, like a kid going to a new school. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a new journey, new venture. I was with the UFC so long, things started to become repetitive, and now I have a new goal, new venture, new promotion, fresh start, and I'm ready to go out there and get it started.
I want to ask on that because one of the biggest takeaways from your MMA hour interview was, like getting up for the fight, feeling excited about these things, et cetera, et cetera. I want to know if you could expand on that. Is it just the, change of scenery, fresh coat of paint kind of feel? Like, what is it about this situation with the PFL that does that for you? Because from the outside looking in, people are like, well, you're part of a big brand already in UFC. Why would that not be enough? If you could explain a bit.
Yeah, it's just like I said, I was with the promotion for a long time, and I fought like all the tough fights. So like it was like, okay, what are we doing here? Where am I going? I was in a position to get title shots a couple times, and I'm not blaming anybody that I didn't per se, but I felt like some of my streaks deserved it. I was on 2 5-fight winning streaks. So yeah, man, just a change of scenery, fresh start. It's a new venture for me, and it's very exciting.
I did want to ask on the light heavyweight aspect of it. Obviously, PFL doesn't have one as of right now. But in regards to moving up to 205, was that something you ever talked about with UFC at the time? And why or why not did it happen while you were in there?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it. The weight cuts got pretty tough. I go out there and put in tough camps, long camps. I'm in great shape, and then I go out there and fade. And it's like, why are we fading? So like, it's just some of the things. Moving up 205 would be better. Won't have to worry about cutting a lot of weight, and I could just focus on the fight.
And then I did want to start talking about Ray Cooper. Obviously, welterweight moving up. He's been out of the cage for a minute. Just wonder your thoughts on his game and what changes we might see from him at 85 compared to 70, where we usually see him.
Yeah, Ray Cooper's a game opponent. He like to come out and drop bombs and bring it. I think it would be the same fighter that he was at 170, just a little bit bigger. But yeah, I think for sure he's just going to come out there and try to drop bombs, land some big punches, and I'm gonna be there in good shape to meet him with violence.
In terms of the layoff from him, do you see that affecting his performance in any way?
I look at it like this: I'm never fighting an opponent per se. I'm fighting against myself. If you look at my last two previous fights, these guys fighting for titles, some of the best in the world is getting the next title shot. I was dominating these guys. Like it was only on my demise. Some of the things that I probably could have controlled inside of my camp that caused me to lose those fights. So like same thing here. I'm not really worried about what he brings to the table. I feel like my what I bring to the table is a lot greater. And I just got to go out there and do me, have fun, and just get my hand raised.
I'm pretty sure you're just very focused on your fight, but now joining the PFL, I mean, are you one of those guys who want to be cage side for the light heavyweight final later in the night? Or have you already started scouting the competitions, so to speak, for 205 next year?
Yeah, so like Impa is one of my teammates. So like yeah, we've trained together several times. He's fighting in the finals. So yeah, I'm always watching, seeing what's going on, seeing how the division shape up. But there's a lot of I mean not a lot, but there's a couple steps to get to the finals next year. You got to win like your first two fights, and then you got to win that third fight, and then you go into the finals. So yeah, it's just one fight at a time. Get my hand raised and just keep building.
I assume you're going with your buddy Impa for, to win the championship. I do want to bring this up. Obviously, sometimes the teammate thing gets a little awkward. Just wondering if it's you and Impa next year. You guys just said, "Hey, bro, we'll be good. Let's just make the bag. Whoever wins."
We haven't even discussed it in those terms. We saw each other last week, and we just like, "What? Hey, what's up, man?" We chatted for a little bit, but he's more focused on trying to like submit himself, um, trying to win that $1 million tournament, So that I guess that's the focus at hand, and we'll see how everything else plays out, when the next tournament starts.
For sure. Gotcha. Gotcha. I always want to ask what the vibe is like at one of those big gyms at Kill Cliff. Obviously, he's prepping for a big fight. You're on the same card. Guys go in and out and have big fights scheduled all the time. I mean, what's the vibe in the gym lately there in Florida?
Yeah, everybody's just working hard, business as usual. You got Luque, Vicente Luque and Ian Gary fighting. Those are two teammates. It happens. I've seen Gilbert Burns and Usman fight. It happens. When you had a big gym with a lot of top fighters, it can happen at times. So it is what it is. It's business at the end of the day.
You don't have to name names, but you and Impa obviously fighting on, Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. At one of those big gyms like that, like I said, you don't have to name anyone. Do you notice when guys just aren't showing up and they're kind of trying to enjoy the holidays and eat and everything, and training does seem to take a back seat for at least a couple months?
Oh yeah, for sure. During the holidays, the guys who don't have fights, they're heading home. Some guys, yeah, they might skip out on a couple of training sessions, so it's definitely visible. But the guys who really got fights and in the thick of camps, they're showing up, they're being accountable. But you might have a few less bodies because people went home for the holidays.
Gotcha, gotcha. Want to ask you about a few other things around the fight game. Your Instagram game, you are very big about one. I appreciate this, inserting yourself into relevant memes with everything that goes on. Can we look forward to more of those? And will we see some more PFL centric ones now that you're in the new house?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love MMA, so I'm all about MMA, covering MMA. I've been in the game for a long time. I've been a martial artist pretty much my whole life. So yeah, I'm all about it. And yeah, PFL, the whole MMA, we cover it, we laugh about it, we joke about it, and that's that.
So obviously November 24th, new chapter and everything. What can fans expect from Derek Brunson when he takes on Ray Cooper on Black Friday this year?
The fans can expect a new and improved, a guy that's gonna go out there and fight a whole new style and still be myself, but have some fun out there, get things going, and look real good out there.
Last year you had talked a little bit about, maybe it's time to, call it a day, wrap it up. For fans who are wondering, this is the start of something new. Derek Brunson is in it for the long haul. Is it safe to say that, Derek?
I'm here for a while. I would say that. Yes.
Well, Derek, we're looking forward to it. Best of luck. We appreciate the time. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, Derek Brunson taking on Ray Cooper on November 24th, the PFL Championship card on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Just announced you guys are going to be part of the fun on the main card. We're not going to want to miss it. Thanks again, Derek.